So, Jonathan, a red letter day for Ireland, for Irish football and for the Football Association of Ireland.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a really important day for the association and certainly for the whole of Irish football, as we've submitted our final and our formal bid into UEFA to co-host Euro 2028 with our fellow associations of Northern Ireland, England, Scotland and Wales. We think we put together a really competitive and really compelling case, remembering of course that we are in a competitive situation alongside Turkey. But I'd like to thank everybody involved in putting together what is, as I say, a really excellent bid.
Just last week, of course, Jonathan, we saw an incredible occasion at the Aviva Stadium for the game against France. What would it mean for Ireland to qualify now and for the first game to be played at the Aviva Stadium?
Well, look, of course, it would be fantastic if Ireland were to play our opening game of a Euro 2028 in the Aviva Stadium itself. As you say, we saw how fantastic the support was and the atmosphere was in the game against France recently, and to replicate that in a major finals tournament of the third largest event in the world would be something extraordinarily special for everyone. Look, there's no absolute guarantee of that. We know that there are two spots available in relation to qualification, but that's all part of the bid process that we discuss with UEFA as they review our bid over the coming months.
And Jonathan, what would a successful bid mean for the FAI and for Irish football across all levels of the game?
Well, we outlined as one of our key objectives in our 2022 to 2025 strategic vision for the association a desire not just to host international events, but also to qualify for and to take part in them. So obviously a successful bid would help us on that basis from a sporting perspective. Look, we already have the UEFA Europa League final coming to Dublin in May 2024. So we know that we can host this type of international event. So this would just give more credence to that, to the delivery of that strategic objective. And along with the Irish government, we've already calculated a boost to the Irish economy of over 240 million euros, which is obviously significant and a reflection of the investment that the government have agreed to make to help our overall bid. We're also looking at a legacy plan for the whole of Irish grassroots football on the back of a successful bid. And I think finally, and perhaps really importantly for us in relation to another one of our key strategic goals, which is to develop the facility infrastructure within Ireland, this gives a real impetus to those discussions, both with government and with other stakeholders within the game.
And finally, Jonathan, a bid like this is just not possible without the support of government, as you mentioned, Dublin City Council, so many stakeholders, and FAI staff.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'd like to thank each and every one of those, including our own team here led by David Carell and Aidan O'Brien, but particularly our colleagues within government, from the very top in relation to the Taoiseach, Leo Varadkar and Tánaiste, Micheál Martin, through to government ministers Martin and Byrne, who within the department have been so helpful in relation to formalising the final bid. Obviously we couldn't do any of this without the help of Dublin City Council, who already knew a lot of how to do what we want to do via our bid for Euro 2020, and of course, and finally, our colleagues in the Aviva Stadium. So there have been so many people involved in getting us to this point. We've worked really closely with the central bid team and the other four associations, and I think we're in a really good, strong place to talk to UEFA now about why we are the right choice for them for Euro 2028.